Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to see about DevOps, the methodology which is used by software developing companies to deliver their software and manage their software. DevOps is nothing but development plus operations. DevOps is all about automating and streamlining the software development life cycle so that code moves from deployment to production quickly, reliably, and securely. Delivery pipeline and feedback loops are there. In by delivering the software, first they will be building a code, test it, and release it. And once the customer is satisfied, then they will monitor and plan. These are the steps carried out regularly in DevOps. Stages of DevOps are there are many stages as we discussed. The first stage is building stage. Here we will be creating the coding according to the customer requirements. We will be creating coding using Java, Python, or some other programming languages. And once the coding is done, we will be testing. So first, after creating the codes, the common tools we use for storing the codes are Git Jenkins, GitLab, CI or CD, that is continuous integration and continuous deployment. That is the basic thing used in the DevOps, Gradle and Maven. These are some of the softwares we will be using for our building stage. Next, after creating the code, the next stage is testing stage. There are four types of testing. They are unit testing, integration testing, performance testing, and security testing. In all the four ways, the codes will be tested. If there is any flaws or mistakes, then it will be automatically moved to the building stage, and the changes will be carried out in the coding, and later on it will be tested again and stored. So some of the common tools used here is Selenium, JUnit, TestNG, and SonarQube. Release stage. The next stage after testing is release stage. Here we will be checking, we having three components, that is blue green deployment, canary deployment, and rolling updates. Before releasing, we will be checking the software in all the environment. Then canary deployment is a small percentage of users who will be using the software at the initial stage. After that, it will be released to all, that is the rolling updates. So some of the common tools used in release stages: Docker, Kubernetes, Ansible, Helm, Argo CD, continuous feedback loop. Next, monitoring and logging. Once the software is delivered, later on the company will be monitoring and updating some of the requirement as per the customer need. For this, we will be having incident response, that is alerting the coders if there is any failure or risk occurs. Process improvement. After getting the alert, we will be optimizing the automation and workflow. So for this system, we will be having some common tools like Prometheus, Grafana, ELK Stack, Datadog, Neuralink. We will be seeing later on what are these tools are. The 7 steps to successful DevOps adaptation is: adopt a DevOps mindset, that is, we need to deliver the software quickly and there must be no error. Recognize your infrastructure requirement. Next, create a DevOps strategy. Fourth one is choose the right DevOps tools. Fifth one is increase test automation and align QA with the deployment. Sixth one is application containerization. Seventh one is focus on iterative adoption. These are the 7 steps used in DevOps for successful delivery of a software. The 7 C's DevOps life cycles we will be seeing as continuous development, continuous integration, continuous testing, continuous deployment, continuous monitoring, continuous feedback, and continuous operations. These are the 7 C's we will be discussing in DevOps. First, continuous development. Continuous development is nothing but iteration and developing source code based on the customer need. For example, if we are developing a online delivery tool, first we will be asking the customer what are the requirements they need. So first developer will make the front page, second developer will make the list of the items, and third developer will add some extra facilities needed in the software. So these are the three stages which will be carried out by different type of developers. Here we will be combining these developers and we make a single source code, and it will be pushed to the GitHub or GitLab or Bitbucket. These are some of the tools which we use to develop. Next, continuous integration. After developing the code, the main thing here is continuous integration. The developers are automatically built, tested, and integrated into the main code base. This process typically involves 4 key stages. These are the important stages in continuous integration. They are source code management, build process, code quality check, and artifact repository. Source code management. Developers push their code from local machines to a remote repository such as GitHub. This allows teams to collaborate, review, and manage code versions easily. Next one is build process. The source code is then compiled using tools like Maven, which packages the application into artifacts such as jar, var, or ER files. Code quality checks. Tools like SonarQube analyze the code for bugs, code smells, and security issues. It generates detailed reports to maintain code quality standards. Artifacts repository. The generated build artifacts are stored in a repository manager like Nexus, which serves as a central storage for future development. All these steps are automated using Jenkins, a popular CI tool that orchestrates that complete flow from fetching code to storing the final build artifact. So here the important tool we need to know before learning DevOps is Jenkins. If we learn Jenkins, we can do all these stages easily. Now this is a diagrammatic representation how the software is created and deployed. First, the coders will be creating the code in the first stage, then it is moved to the GitHub where the codes are saved. From GitHub, the Jenkins will pull the code. That is the second stage. In third stage, by using Maven, we will be creating the app for the code which we created. After the app is created, the fourth stage is execute SonarQube report. That is the testing stage where the software will be testing our codings. Later on, in upload artifacts, Sonar type will be uploading our code into a database. Then in the sixth one, after the software is developed, if there is any message or any changes from the customer side, then that will be sent back as a mail or a Slack notification to the coders. Or if there is any error in the code, then that will be also sent as a mail or a ticket raised to the coders. This is the workflow of the DevOps. Next, in the third stage, that is continuous testing, with DevOps and Agile methods, companies can use tools like Selenium, Test Sigma, or Lambda Test to test their applications automatically. The famous thing used in the companies is Selenium. These tools run tests faster and smarter than manual testing. Using a tool like Jenkins, we can set up the entire testing process to run automatically after every code change. This saves time and reduces human errors. So here is the picture where we will be writing the Selenium text script. After testing ng, the test report will be created, and this all process is maintained by Jenkins. The fourth thing is continuous deployment or continuous delivery. In continuous deployment, the code is done, then it is tested and it is integrated. After acceptance test, the code will be deployed. For example, if you are creating a food delivery app and you need to install an offer, and the offer is only on the week, not in the weekdays, it is in the week, in Saturday Sundays. So if you created the code and it is added during Wednesdays and it is tested and every process is done, and the system will wait for us to release the offer during Saturday, so we can set our timings for that. These are the things inbuilt in DevOps. Now the full workflow using Kubernetes and Docker. So this is the, as we said, from step 1 to 6 the process workflow is the same. The seventh one is Docker image, where the coding is moved to the Docker, and using Kubernetes it will be saved successfully. After deployment we can fetch the code and we can maintain it from Docker. The fifth one is continuous monitoring. After our app is delivered, if there is any mistake, for example, say the order history is loading very slow, this will be monitored by Prometheus track. That is the software which will track our slow response and it will alert us. Graphno is a pictorial, that is graph that strikes where the in which time the time is very slow. By using graph or pictorial representation, the Graphno software will tell us, the tool will tell us, this is the time where we are our software is slow. By after getting this notification, our team will be checking the error where it is, and it will be prevented by them. This is continuous monitoring. The sixth one is continuous feedback. Suppose users complain that the live delivery tracking is not updating fast enough, the feedback is collected via app reviews, customer support, or feedback forms. The DevOps team analyze the issue and work with developers to improve the tracking speed. The next update includes a fix and the user experience improves by responding to feedback. The app becomes more reliable and enjoyable to use. This is the continuous feedback. Next thing is continuous operations. For example, after delivering the app, there will be a continuous updation in the software. So that will be made 24/7. If there is any updation also, the software should not lag in its performance. The user should use the app regularly as of every time. So this is maintained by continuous operations team. That's all. These are the steps the 7 C's include. The popular DevOps lifecycle tools are: in plan tool we will be using Jira, Terola, Asana, used for task planning, assignment and progress tracking. In development stage we will be using Git, GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, enables version controls, code collaboration and branching. In third stage, in building stage, we will be using Jenkins, Maven, Gradle, automates the process of compiling code and managing dependencies. In the test stage, we will be using Selenium, JUnit, TestNG, SonarQube conducts automated testing for bugs, code quality and security vulnerability. In release or deploy stage, we will be using Argo CD. GitLab continuous integration or continuous deployment, AWS code deploy, Azure DevOps, Pinnacles, Terraform automates deployments, pipelines and software release. In operations stage, we will be using Terraform, Ansible, Puppet, Chef, handles infrastructure providing and configuration management. In monitoring stage, we will be using Prometheus, Grafana, ELK Stack, Datadog. Tracks performance, logs, matrices, and system health. These are the tools which we need to know when we are learning DevOps. Best practices of DevOps life cycle are 10 things. First one is foster a collaborative culture. The DevOps is mainly based on a culture where all the team members will be working in a culture. Implement continuous integration and continuous delivery. CI/CD is the main motto of this. Adopt infrastructure as code. Embrace continuous monitoring and logging. Integrate security practices, that is DevSecOps, that security is maintained here. Utilize microservices architecture. Automate testing process. Implement version control system. Establish continuous feedback mechanisms. Prioritize continuous learning and improvement. So, thus, DevOps is not just about tools, it is a culture of working together, automating wisely, and improving continuously. The DevOps lifecycle helps teams build better software faster and keeps both developers and users happy. This will be helpful for your exam. Hope so. Thank you for watching.